This is Bob. Bob likes free things because most people like free things. Free feels safe. Free feels harmless. Free feels like there is no risk. So when Bob sees a free trial, his brain does not treat it like spending money. He feels like he is getting something for nothing, and that is where the trap begins. Bob finds a streaming app that says he can try it free for 1 month. To Bob, that sounds perfect. No payment today, no commitment today, no problem today. So he clicks, start free trial, but then the app asks for his card details. Bob pauses for a second because that does feel a bit strange, but then he tells himself, it is still free, so what is the problem? So Bob enters his card details, and instantly he gets access. He can watch the shows, use the premium features, and enjoy everything the paid version offers. And because he has not paid anything yet, he does not think too deeply about it. It just feels like a good deal. That is the first trick. Free trials remove the pain of spending. Normally, when Bob has to pay for something, his brain slows down. He might ask himself, do I need this? Will I actually use it? Is it worth the money? But when something is free, those questions become quieter. Free makes the decision feel easy. Free makes Bob say yes, but the company is not giving Bob a free trial just to be nice. The company wants Bob inside the app because once he is inside, he can start building a habit. Bob watches one show, then another, then another. He saves favorites, makes a watch list, and gets used to opening the app whenever he is bored. After a few weeks, the app does not feel new anymore. It feels normal. It feels familiar. It feels like something Bob already has. And that matters because losing something feels worse than never having it in the first place. So when the trial is nearly over, Bob does not feel like he is choosing whether to buy something. He feels like he might lose something he already has. His shows are there. His playlists are there. His saved files are there. His progress is there. Canceling feels annoying because it feels like losing the setup he has already built. Then the free trial ends. But Bob does not really notice. The app does not stop and ask him if he is sure. It does not make him choose again. It just renews. The money leaves his account quietly. Maybe it is $9.99. Maybe it is $14.99. Maybe it is $19.99. And because it is not a huge amount, Bob barely reacts. That is another trick. Monthly prices feel smaller than they really are. $10 a month sounds tiny, but it is actually $120 a year. $20 a month sounds normal, but it is $240 a year. The app shows Bob the small monthly number, because that is the number that feels easiest to ignore. So Bob tells himself he will cancel later. Maybe he will use it again. Maybe he still needs it. Maybe it is not worth worrying about right now. And that is how the subscription survives. Not because Bob loves it, not because he uses it every day, but because canceling becomes a job for future Bob. Then Bob signs up for another free trial. This one is for music, then another one for fitness, then another one for editing, then another one for cloud storage. Each one seems useful on its own. Each one seems cheap on its own. Each one seems easy to cancel on its own. But now Bob has too many to remember, and that is where subscriptions become dangerous. One subscription is easy to notice, but 5 or 6 subscriptions start to blur together. A little streaming bill here, a little music bill there, a small storage payment, a fitness app he barely opens. None of them feel serious alone, but together they stack. And then one day Bob checks his bank account and suddenly he sees everything. Streaming app, music app, fitness app, storage app, editing app. Another free trial that quietly turned into a paid plan. And now Bob feels trapped because every app has a reason to stay. The streaming app has one show he might finish. The music app has his playlists. The storage app has his files. The fitness app has his progress. Each excuse sounds reasonable by itself, but together, they keep Bob paying every month. And canceling is not always simple either. Sometimes the cancel button is hidden. Sometimes it takes too many steps. Sometimes the app offers a discount right before Bob leaves. Sometimes it gives him a pause option instead of a clear cancel option. And because Bob is tired, he thinks, I will sort it out later. But later is exactly what the app wants, because later gives the app another month and another payment. So what should Bob do? First, he should ask one simple question before starting any free trial. Would I pay full price for this today? Not after the trial. Not maybe later. Today. If the answer is no, then the free trial is probably risky. Second, Bob should set a real reminder before the trial ends, not a vague reminder. A proper reminder before the payment date. Third, Bob should check the yearly cost, because the yearly price tells the truth. And finally, Bob should cancel what he does not actually use, because unused subscriptions are silent bills. They do not shout. They do not argue. They just repeat every month until Bob finally notices. That is how free trials turn into monthly traps. Not because Bob is stupid, but because Bob is human. And the system is designed for humans. Because sometimes free is not the deal. Sometimes free is the bait. And the monthly payment is the trap.